you know Malik at all?
Sure.
Okay, he was photographed recently. We're putting it up on the screen. I know you can't see it. Wearing a scarf that allegedly translated says that the Muslims will take Jerusalem. What do you think? Do you think your brother has a I'm not connecting the two, but that's what Malik has around his neck. But Barack Obama certainly a strained relationship with Israel. Do you have any reason to believe that he doesn't care for Israel or has a problem with Jews at all or any such thing? Or does he view them as imperialists or repressors? Or does it tie into, your father's philosophy in any way, do you believe?
Okay, once again, I speak for myself, and I don't.
Yeah, your opinion. Your opinion. Yeah.
But they're sure. There are two things. First of all, the thing with Malik, I think, was really ill-judged. But you remember Prince Beatrice and also her husband, the monarchy was also invited to that event. They also were made to wear the kafir, that controversial neck band.
Right.
But that said, I think it was something which should not have happened. Now, the other thing also is that with regard to the Jews, I think many Israelis have said that if you look at in terms of the support that in terms of military support and so forth that the president has actually given to Israel, I think he's done actually an exemplary job. Now, on the other hand, and
wait a minute, wait, time out. You're Jewish.
Sure.
I did not know that. Okay, you were
yes,
because your mother was Jewish.
Shalom, Steve.
No, is it because your mom was Jewish? Is Jewish, or how'd that work?
Yes, that's right. I'm halakhically Jewish because my mother is Jewish.
Okay, are you a practicing?
Extremely proud.
Are you a practicing Jew?
I'm a secular.
Okay.
Jew. Yeah,
I had no idea.
Small world.
Okay, it is a small world. Well, shalom back to you. Okay, so tell me what you think of the relationship with Israel, and if there's any relation to your father's political philosophy here.
Well, I'm not. I'd rather back off. I'm not going to talk about politics at this point, but I respect your point.
All right. Well, let me ask you one more question because I do have to go. Like
Sure.
I said, unfortunately, and I respect. I'd love to talk to you again, not just a one-shot deal here with the boat.
I may be in New York sometime.
All right. Yeah, or from China. But let me ask you this: Could a white Republican have ever been elected president if he had the pot-smoking, drug-using history as your brother? Or would the media have destroyed that person right off the bat?
I think what happened. Well, first of all, I know that we do a lot of things when we're young, and when we're in our 20s, there are lots of things we regret later. I know that also from personal experience. But that said, I know also that Barack was in a special place at a special time.
No, I'm not talking about the media. You know what the media did to George Bush when someone came forward and said, oh, he did cocaine in the National Guard or in college, and it was an unsubstantiated quote with no attribution.
Right.
Could a Republican or a white Republican or even a white Democrat who brags in a book about the Chom gang and the closing the window so the smoke wouldn't get out, could they ever have been elected president with this media in this country, or did being black give your brother a pass?
Well, I tell you, Steve, if I could answer that question, then I could probably predict.
But you have an opinion. You have an opinion, don't you? I'm trying here, Mark.
Sure,
trying.
Sure.
All right, listen.
Well,
go ahead. Answer it if you could.
No. Well, what I would say is also that I think there was a lot of scrutiny of Barack. I think in many cases the book had a number of problems, and they still do. I think that it behooves him to actually, to address a lot more about his family, about our family, because a lot of people are not clear about the Obama family.
Right.
And it's something which really needs to be clarified, and that's one reason I wrote the book.
Okay, you have no problem. You have no. As far as you believe, I mean, you believe he was born in Hawaii, correct?
Yeah, there are three things which I think we need to correct. The first is that Barack was born in the United States. He was not born in Kenya. Believe me, I would know.
Okay, number two.
And the second thing is that he's not Muslim. And the third thing is that we have the same dad.
And there you have it, ladies and gentlemen, the exclusive interview with the half-brother of President Barack Obama. Very revealing, I believe. Some of the most revealing things that were said. Of course, we knew that Barack Obama had said the last time, or the first time he ever met Mark, was in 2008, when, of course, he had met him back many years prior. And as you heard, he's still a little ticked off about that and still hasn't gotten an explanation from Barack Obama as to why that's the case. As far as not helping his relatives financially, he says he believes that Barack Obama, for political expediency, has tried possibly to run away from his family. Very sensitive about his family, tried to distance himself, and very sensitive about having anything Kenya-related in that part of the family, the relatives we mentioned, the aunt, the uncle, the brother from Kenya. He also took Obama's other half-brother to task for wearing that kerchief, the scarf that symbolized and said that Muslims will take Jerusalem. He said that was a mistake, and also revealed that he himself is Jewish. I'd like to see the expression on my face. That was a double take I did, I think, because you just don't put that together. But his mother, Mark Obama's mother, was Jewish. Of course, remember, they shared the same father and had different mothers. A father that Mark despised and at the time when he first met Barack, and Barack he felt admired greatly. And although he was evasive on some questions that I asked him about, specifically, what does Barack Obama feel about Israel and Jews? Do you believe in? And specifically, is it your father's political philosophy that molded Barack Obama? Is that why he acts the way he acts? In my opinion, anyway, towards Western countries and a country like Israel, and the way he feels about our history. And he said more than once he didn't want to get too political and too bogged down. But I thought he was very forthcoming, and I look forward to speaking with him again. And it just is so strange, so strange. You mean you got a half-brother? Here's a guy who's preaching and is going to keep preaching and preaches all the time, as we discussed yesterday with Charles Hurt. And it's going to come up when he talks about his budget in the next few days. We are our brother's keeper, we are our sister's keeper, and he says that preaching to a country, to a people that's the most generous country and have the most generous people in the world, and that happens to be the United States of America. Now, he doesn't believe that. So he keeps driving home, we're our brother's keeper. But he is not his brother's keeper. In fact, when it comes to Mark, not that Mark needs money, Mark Obama just wants him to acknowledge that he knew him prior to 2008. And he originally denied that he ever met him prior to that. How do you met your stepbrother, your half-brother. I think he has a couple of them, right? You met your half-brother. Back, way back 10 years prior to that, and you're telling the world that the first time you met him was in 2008, and you never even explained it to your half-brother? There's something wrong there, don't you think? There's something not right there. All right, interesting, very interesting, I thought, if I say so myself. And the crew worked really hard on getting that done. Rich, of course, booking it, and we had several false starts on that interview night after night, so kudos to the crew for sticking around. When we come back, General Michael Hayden, who used to run the NSA, used to run the CIA, he's going to talk to us about what we could expect from the Ukraine and Russia, and now we have a Russian warship docked in Havana. What on earth is all that about? What on earth does all that mean for the United States? We'll talk about it with him when we return. Right here on the Steve Malzberg Show on Newsmax Television.
The Steve Malzberg Show.